I asked her because I know Germany used to have a real problem in the way they did let people become German. So they had generations of like Turkish people who lived in Germany, since Grandpa was there, that still weren't German. And if they had fixed that, or if it's still a problem.
And so this George Gershwin Piano Concerto in F major, Wang Yuha is the pianist here. Wang Yuha. It's Y-U-J-A. I suppose. Anyway, it got me to thinking. I was thinking about Gershwin because when I first learned that he was only 38 years old when he died.
I had never that had never come into my. I'd never learned that one. So I'm going darn.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because I had the same reaction to that as I did to Mozart, because Mozart died in the 30s, somewhere in the 30s, right?
Yeah.
And once I got over that age, I thought, okay, great. Now I don't have to compare myself to Mozart and Gershwin anymore because I'm older than them now. I've got more time to get something done.
It's 8:03, Craig.
Yeah, we've been on live for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I should have warned you in case somebody said something treasonous. I don't know, but we are live, and Dexter's here, so it's official. We're live. We're live.
On my library shelf, because I love lyrics so much, I have the complete lyrics of Ira Gershwin, Cole Porter, Sondheim, and let's see, Lorenz Hart. So if you ever need the lyrics to a standard, let me know. I've got them.
And Katie learned for us today, or she didn't learn it. She learned us on it. Is that today's Prince's birthday? Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Yeah.
So all week long, they've had big parties in downtown Minneapolis and at First Ave. Shaka Khan was there the other day. Morris Day and the Time performed. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
it's a big old party downtown.
I've got that video ready to go. And then I just finished this morning an exciting new episode of Echoes of America, because today is a big day in Revolutionary War history. 250 years ago today, the Independence Resolution was presented in the Continental Congress, which is what actually was the legal mechanism that started the independence move and led to the Declaration of Independence. In a lot of ways, the Declaration of Independence was actually just the marketing piece of what they already did today. 250 years ago is when they actually decided they would declare, and then they hired Jefferson to write it up. But anyway, so that Richard Henry Lee was
Henry Lee. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a little video. I'll pop in here later on that. And we got Prince's birthday, and we got Gershwin on
I
here.
love that song from 1776. Here a Lee, there a Lee. Good God, he hasn't left, and we're already free.
Is that about the Lees of Virginia, the family?
Yeah,
yeah, because they were their own kind of royalty in the day.
Yeah,
Richard Henry Lee. He was actually born in the same. Robert E. Lee was born in the same place Richard Henry Lee was. I forget the name of that house, but anyway, they were cousins. They were like cousins, or I don't know if it's cousins, or they were relatives of some sort. Those Lees were everywhere.
You know, talking about
the interesting thing about the revolution and so on is that these people weren't poor people.
No.
You know, even the poorest among them, like John Adams, was very comfortably middle class.
Oh. Oh, you said they weren't poor people, right? Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. And well, the thing that I hate to bust bubbles on the colonials, but the history of these people, because I don't think it's I mean, I like the reality of who they were. I mean, these the Lee family in particular is a good example. You'd have to wonder why the people at the top of the food chain in the colonies, I mean, at the very top, would be revolutionaries, who wanted to break with Britain. And it wasn't all just liberty and principles. I mean, they were horribly in debt to Britain, the plantation owners. And Richard Henry Lee is a good example. He was land rich and slave rich, but on paper, he was horribly in debt because the British forced the plantation owners to sell their tobacco to Britain, and London set the prices, and of course very low. And they also, by law, had to buy all their luxury goods, from Britain, and London set those prices, of course, very high, and then gave them credit, and so they all were in horrible debt to Britain. and when they declared independence on July 4th, and today they presented the motion 250 years ago, they got rid of their debt.
I think economics explains the revolution probably better than about anything.
I think
the same thing about it was the reason it started in Boston was simply because all of those Boston traders, the port city, and they were trading all around the world. But if they went down in the Spanish colonies and bought, let's say, rum or sugar or something like that cheap, they would, risk losing their ships.
Yeah.
And they would have to go trade with the British colonies where they couldn't make any money. So,
I mean, I just think it's more interesting to get the reality of those times and the motivations and everything than to make up fairy tales. And then if you say, I've already got, I get a lot of comments on these Echoes of America things I'm doing, because I point out some of these things, and they just think it's like unpatriotic to talk about the reality of these people, and I just reject that.
Well, some people have to live their life at the third grade level.
Yeah,
and and some of us want to be adults.
There was a lot of adult stuff going on around here. Last night there was a mass shooting in Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw that.
There was another one in Kansas City.
Yeah. What are the
details? And another one in Phoenix. 3 of them.
So
there were
Toledo,
like a dozen people shot.
There was two people, apparently 2 gangbangers shooting at each other, and they shot 8 people, put them all in the hospital. And this morning I watched a lengthy report, and this festival has been going on in the Old West End in Toledo for decades, and they've never had any problems there. Well, that all changed last night, and so they have not caught the shooters yet, but they're pleading for people with cell phone videos. They know that people probably have a lot of clues that they can use. And the big news is, did any of you see that maniac president on Beat the Press this morning?
Uh-oh. You said the T word. No, you almost said the T word.
I can't help it. I got to blow up everything.
I'm sorry.
That's
Trump,
okay.
The T word guy always goes off on some silliness, and I think we need to just ignore it for a while.
Oh, today you couldn't ignore it. He called. He called Miss Welker. He called her stupid. He condemned all the press again in a loud voice. Then he walked off the set. I mean, I never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot of Trump on TV, but nothing like today. It was crazy.
Yeah, we'll
have
to get into that. Well, that explains what the press corps was saying when he went to Wisconsin on Friday. He got on the plane to go to Wisconsin, right after he did that interview you're describing, Dexter, and the reporter said he was in a foul mood. And it was one reason he was late to his event at Wisconsin, and that he rolled into that, and the staff was all very concerned because he rolled into that event in Wisconsin in that horrible mood from what had happened in this Meet the Press interview they taped. And that's one reason he just was completely off script, off message, and wandered off into all kinds of different places and completely destroyed the political purpose they had for that event. I mean, it was just it ended up a disaster.
Got no self-control, but I think that's because he's senile.
We've already lost Egri.
At the end of it,
We didn't.
It's all
he agreed to another interview with Meet the Press at the end of it, she said.
Look at what you did, Dexter. Dexter, you drove off Egri. Egri, we didn't actually say his name, I don't think. Doesn't that count?
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know that you're the first I'm hearing about what actually. I knew that I'd forgotten about it because the word was out that interview had gone horribly, and I'd forgotten to find out what happened. But so you're bringing that to us.
you got to go online and watch that interview. I mean, it's absolutely stunning.
We will. We'll have to. Yeah.
Okay, I've said my piece for a while now.
I don't know what you know. The thing about it is, he's going to do something stupid. He's going to call people names. He's going to throw fits. And at this point, it's not news.
What gets me is it's been normalized. I hate how it gets normalized.
Yeah, and that's where we need to be doing.
Yeah.
How do we leverage enough votes away from his base and away from the Republican Party to stop him?
Well, the other day I mentioned that Nebraska's in play, and this morning I watched Carville and Al Hunt, and they were saying the same thing. That candidate in Nebraska has got a chance to win the Senate.
Is that the Senate race?
Yeah, that's what they said.
That would be.
That's hard. I tell you, things are really great for Democrats if that's true. I mean, that would be amazing.
It's hard for me to comprehend that, Nebraska, but that's what they're saying. Not me. I just said that.
Nebraska is a little like Kansas in that they're not crazy Southern conservative. Missouri's crazy Southern conservative.
Like Southern Ohio, same thing, yeah.
But Kansas is kind of goes back almost to like the John Prine song says, voted for Eisenhower because Lincoln won the war. and a little Western libertarian thrown in.
Andrew, hello, Andrew. Tell us where you're from. We like to know. And no, this is not a Republican site. I think you'll find that out pretty soon. We're not anything close to a Republican site. I don't know that we're always.
I never will.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I voted Republican and probably would again if somehow they ran decent candidates.
Yeah, if they ever recovered their sanity, I would consider it again. But it's not.
You know what I would consider? I would consider a true Goldwater conservative who's totally against government and social issue, because Goldwater wasn't personally for abortion, but he was against government regulating, trying to outlaw abortions. He was even in favor of gay rights, at least not the government involved in gay rights. So, on social questions, those kind of things, Goldwater conservatism is true conservatism. Yeah, and on spending anyway, I don't know.
His platform wanted to nuke Vietnam. That's what Goldwater was about.
Well, that's what Johnson accused him of.
That's what his vice president said. I remember seeing it on TV, him saying it.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? There was something. They had a basis. Yeah, they had a basis for saying it. But,
that's why I campaigned when I was a kid for Lyndon Johnson in 1964.
And then, Goldwater had the great line they kind of used against him was extremism in the defense of liberty is not a vice.
Oh, I can still hear it. I remember hearing
You can hear that one?
Yeah.
I remember I was a kid. I had to get the dictionary and look up what extremism was because I wasn't quite sure. But I found out in a hurry. Anyway, a tangent. Too much coffee, I think.
Let's go get some prints. Let's get some prints. And
I got to calm down. Okay, I'll listen to Prince. How about some Purple Rain? We need Purple Rain.
It is Purple Rain.
Purple Rain in Nebraska.
Purple Rain.
You're in pretty bad shape if you need Prince to calm you down.
Well, after seeing Trump today, it would. Helter Skelter would calm me down today.
Helter Skelter is a great song. Sorry.
Yeah. Here we go.
So Minneapolis went purple, huh?
Yep. I mean, we always go purple.
There they are singing Purple Rain.
Now I feel better.
Yeah, that is soothing. Yes, you're right.
There's the mural.
There's the mural. Yeah, Agri can come back. Come back, Agri. We're done. It's safe now.
But literally, my uncle lives in downtown Minneapolis, and he told me that there were people down almost every block away from First Ave, and he said you could hear the music through the whole city. He said it was really cool.
Yeah.
That in some ways we don't have a lot of that stuff going on. Just basic. It's a celebration of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing
we're
is
all angry about something.
He was not. The thing about Prince is that Prince was not a. He was a humanitarian. He did a lot for the community here, and his music was just a big part of him. And so that's why it's celebrating his life and what he did for the communities here. And
yeah, he really stayed devoted to Minneapolis, didn't he?
He did. And we also got Pedro Pascal now. Did you hear that? Pedro Pascal said Minneapolis is one of his favorite cities in the world.
Yeah, Katie, you test my feelings of my relevance of it. You bring up names, and I have to say, who's that?
Oh, he's the heartthrob act. All the women.
He is. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, okay.
You gotta look at Pedro.
The women go nuts after that guy.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Put a picture of him up there. Maybe you'll notice.
Oh, and he's very progressive. He's got. He brings his trans sister with him to premieres and stuff. He's very for the LGBTQIA community. He's all about it.
Well,
here, I will find a thirst trap of Pedro Pascal just for you.
Okay. Yeah, and you taught me that word too. Jack, you caught my attention with this piece. I thought you made some interesting points here yesterday.
What's that?
I said this piece here I just put up is you wrote about you were in deep thought mode. You were in deep thought. Whiskey Jack, deep thoughts. We could call this deep thoughts. But what does it take for a human to survive? I mean, you're making the point about how back in the day when new industries were taking the lower class jobs, we didn't seem to worry as much as now. But now with AI, machines have been coming for working class jobs for 200 years, are now coming for high status jobs. So why the sudden? I thought that was a good point. Why is it suddenly a crisis?
It was a comment I made on one of my Substack newsletters that they were sitting there going on, oh, how terrible it is, and I go, well, I grew up in agriculture, and agriculture has been mechanizing and doing away with labor for 100 years or more.
Yeah.
And it's been, I've had one reply said, well, it's faster, and I'm not for sure it is, because, you take over one person's lifetime. And, I remember as a probably 3-year-old where my folks were renting out the farm, they just bought it and they were renting it out to a neighbor, and he was still using horses.
Wow.
That's in the 1950s. By the time I got old enough to really participate in the world and remember it, 4 or 5 years old, they had converted completely to tractors. But the world changes quick everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the way, I think it's been going on for 500 years now.
Well, and I think that's why a lot of people
look at your grandmother's grandmother and what her life was like.
Yeah, well, Jack, my grandmother was born when there were only horses around, and when she died, man had just landed on the moon.
Well, that's a little bit we used to talk about my grandmother. Her and her family went, and that would have been about 1890. She was born in 1890, so before the turn of the century, and they loaded up their wagon and went from Illinois to Kansas. So we said she traveled in it to Kansas in a covered wagon, and then before she died, she flew back to New York where her son lived in an airplane.
Yeah, with my grandmother, they had, after the Civil War, had left Kentucky and went to Texas, and she was born in 1880 in Jacksboro, Texas, and died in Fresno, California in 1969. So
I have a piece of a quilt that came on a wagon train from my relatives from Kirksville, Missouri to Waterloo, Indiana, way back when. I don't remember exactly the year now.
What were you going to say, Katie?
Huh? Oh, I was just going to say about the world is naturally progressive. Just naturally progressive. We have to keep moving to keep up with the world and the population.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I think it's kind of like what's Martin Luther King, that the world bends toward justice. Or what is that phrase? That saying of Martin Luther. No matter what happens, the world always bends.
The arc of justice blend. The arc of something blends towards justice.
Yeah, the arc. Yeah.
Well, I think
apologies to Martin Luther King. We're mangling your words, but we got the idea.
I think any moral person has to believe that.
Oh, yeah, Jane McGonigal is having trouble getting on your website, Craig.
I've tried to get into your website a couple times.
It's .dc, not .com. Remember that?
Well, did you? You know what? I saw that you had signed up. And you're listed as a user, and I'll go check, because I saw that you had signed up, and I was waiting to see your first post or first comment, and I didn't see one. And
did she get on with her phone or with a laptop?
Well, I mean, what's puzzling is it seemed like you had actually gotten registered. I'll go look at that. And see if there's anything I can do on mine.
You have to scroll down to the bottom to see the window where you post stuff.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah.
Well,
Andrew, yes, we are.
Let's see.
He asked if we were LGBTQIA.
We just
Andrew's asking.
Yes.
Andrew's asking a lot of questions. Andrew, we're for that. I'm married to a man for 30 years, or I don't know, so I forget how long. But
you've been together like 40 some.
I get mixed up because we were together for 10 or 15 or 20 years before we could legally get married, so I get all the dates mixed up. But all I know is we met on the 200th birthday of the Constitution. That's the one I can remember.
Oh, well, there you go.
Craig, I remember you posted one time you were against the institution of marriage, and then about 5 years
I
later, you
did,
got married.
and I was, yeah. 'Cause I didn't like the idea of government, getting involved. It offended me, the notion that you had to go ask the government to get divorced.
Yeah. I
I
understand that.
understand that. Yeah. But I think some of that was bitterness that it was illegal for us. So I think that was just my bitter response to that.
I think the thing about marriage is it offers so many, it's a contract that you engage with another person, but it has so many legal implications that you can't create without marriage. Or you can, it would take reams of contract.
Well, that's government suppression, is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get married. You can get married, and you don't have to get married legally.
In some states,
you can
I
go
don't think that's universal, though.
Andrew, we've answered your question and on air and in comments. I don't know what you didn't answer my question, Andrew. I asked where you're from. Where are you? It's a trade. It's two-way street here.
I will answer Andrew this way.
This Q&A thing's a two-way street around here. You got to answer.
I'm very much mind your own damn business.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not hurting anybody, I don't care. When we talk about legal adults, what you decide to do with each other, as long as you're not hurting another person, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm that way with almost anything, right up into even the polyamorous people, which I don't understand how I had enough trouble with one wife. I can't imagine.
Well, I've always been pro gay rights ever since Stonewall back in '69.
Everybody should be able.
Well, that goes back to the beginning. That's the beginning.
1969, when them cops beat up the gays in that bar, Stonewall Inn.
Oh God, that is so horrible.
Well,
I always say people can get married and be as miserable as the rest of us straight people who are married. Have fun.
All right. Yeah. Well, I've been interested. When gay marriage got legalized and everything, I wanted to keep track, and I just never have looked. But I was curious to see, and enough time's gone by, it would be an interesting comparison, is the divorce rate among straight couples and gay couples. The comparison, I'd be very interested.
Let's look and see. Oh, I sent you a picture of Pedro Pascal. That's from his interview he did the other day.
So how long have you and David been together now? We're 25 years, isn't it?
I just go back to 1987, which was I'm still in the past.
Oh, even more than that.
Yeah, we met in 1780, September 18th, 1787.
Is that the old joke, Barry's joke? It only seems that long.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. 200th anniversary of the Constitution, the signing of the Constitution at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia, September 18th, 1786. 1986.
Over in comments, Craig. There's your answer.
Okay, but I just want to tell.
Ms. There you go.
Hang on. I just got to tell McMonigal here. I just looked, and you're on the list there as duly registered. You're duly registered on our Trail Mix users list. I don't see any issues with it. And you're listed as a subscriber. There should be. You should have no problem unless you've lost your password or something like that. I don't see where you should have no problem getting on there. So now, what were we looking at here? Let's see, we got
divorce rates.
Yeah, female and female relationships have a 59.1% divorce rate after 20 years. 20 years.
Well, lesbian couples have the highest divorce rate.
Yes. Then it's regular straight couples at 39.3%, and male and gay couples at 29.3%.
Well, that really surprises me because I've been divorced. My brother's been divorced. All my cousins have been divorced. But when some of my lesbian friends got divorced, I was totally shocked because I didn't know that. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's really interesting is how it just flips the whole male-female thing on its head.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be the males that are flighty.
Well, considering that on the chart that I looked at,
goody.
the chart that I looked at,
got in. All right.
it was after 20 years. So what I'm guessing is when they did that, when they were doing this, 20 years together, they both hit menopause. And menopause will change everything.
Andrew is from Myanmar.
Strain of
in
relationship.
Burma. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know y'all got troubles over there. I don't. Yeah, Burma. You know, I worked for Jim Webb. Jim Webb was in the Senate. He was very instrumental in helping out Myanmar when he was. Well, it was Burma then when he was in the Senate, and I learned a lot about that country from him. And
I have, I've known some immigrants from Myanmar, and they're good people.
Yeah.
They're smart and they make good doctors too.
Hardworking, and they are.
So do people from Somalia.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because people are like, "Oh, Somalians are collecting welfare." No.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of having spent 30 years in an immigrant community. I'm kind of pro-immigrant because I find we get the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lazies and crazies stay home, and we get the good ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones looking for a better life, and they want to contribute to our world.
They have a drive. They want to make their lives better.
Now, is this who you're talking about?
That's Pedro.
What's he been in? What's he in?
He is the Mandalorian in the Star Wars series.
Oh, yeah. But he wears a helmet the whole time, so you don't.
Yeah, he takes it off at the end.
Well, he was in Hamlet too, didn't he? Play William Shakespeare.
Yep. He's he's a really good actor.
Hamlet is a great movie, by the way.
Yes, it is. It's sad, but it's good.
Oh my God, Jesse Buckley is
now. How did his name come up? You said he was doing something in Minneapolis, or what?
He said the other day he was being interviewed by one of our local anchors for his movie promotion for the new movie coming out. And he said, I'm just going to say this, Minneapolis is one of my favorite cities in the world. He said he thinks about the Juicy Lucy hamburger he had at Matt's bar every day of his life because it's the greatest hamburger he's ever had. But no, he says he comes back. He loves Minneapolis and in itself.
Well, he'll get.
I'm going to be very cynical. I bet when he's down in Texas, he talks about how great the barbecue is too.
Maybe.
What about St. Paul? I can't leave them out.
Well, see, Minneapolis is who has the Juicy Lucy's.
Okay.
So there's two. It's actually a funny story. There's two places. So there's the 5-8 Club, and then it's Matt's Bar. They fight over who came up with the Juicy Lucy first.
I like that name. I've not heard of that. Juicy Lucy.
Is that a Lucy sandwich?
It is a hamburger stuffed with cheese.
Oh, okay.
So you bite into so it's a cheesesteak hamburger. It's a cheese hamburger or cheeseburger, but the cheese is inside the patty. And they put and I mean and you can get whatever cheese you want inside, but usually it's just American cheese.
So it's
That's
grease
Juicy
on
Lucy.
grease.
That's it right there, huh?
That
Yep.
looks damn good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you got to have pickles on it. You have to have the pickles on it.
Well, God, you'd have to have farm tools to eat that.
I cut them in fourths. I'm a weirdo.
Get fork in the
Huh.
No, that's a good one with grilled onion and stuff on it. Ooh.
Juicy Lucy.
Yep.
Oh, Carolyn's here in time for the Juicy Lucy.
Oh, hi, Carolyn.
Hello, how is everybody?
Good morning.
Good.
Fine.
We're getting excited here about Juicy Lucy's. That's a hamburger in Minneapolis. Look at that.
Mhm.
Oh wow!
I think my
Big burger.
dietitian doctor told me I can't have that.
We used to have a cafe here that was called the Heartbreak Cafe, and they used to serve one that was a double-decker one.
Oh, my.
And they called it the Heart Attack.
Yeah,
'Cause then they put
guaranteed to
bacon on
plug
it.
the arteries.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world is Carolyn? You're all over the world all the time. I never know where you are.
I'm home now.
Oh, you are?
I
Okay.
am, yes.
She's
Off in
traveling.
about 3 weeks, but
Oh.
for now, home. So
Oh, okay. What are you keeping up with today? Anything? Oh, you got a call.
yeah.
Hey, has anybody ever tried one over on Lazy Man Cooks? We got this comment here to my video on slow cooker, and I'd never heard of this. Have any of y'all heard of this? A sun oven.
No.
Not unless it's a version of Colorado Bob's.
Doesn't use any electricity.
He
Just
had
put it
a
outside
solar oven.
on the pavement.
Yeah, you just put just put it on the pavement. Yeah, that's true. You just put your food on the pavement and wait a while, huh? Is that it?
Bob
I see.
had an interesting creation on that.
Well, I guess that's something else we're going to need to go look for. Then is what is a sun? Does it sound good? Because I got these decks in the back that get all day sun, and I just wonder if it's solar power or what it is that. Let's see, I was going to look at it. I don't know. That's a strange looking thing. Let's see.
Where is it?
Good Lord, that looks like a nuclear bomb. What?
Well, where? I don't see a picture. Where are you looking?
I'm looking at it and I'm not sharing. Let's see. I need to share it. All right, there it is. Let's get the ad off. There, look at that thing.
Oh yeah,
Hell,
Yeah.
$349.
Solar oven. Let's see what the video is.
We are GoSun, and we believe the sun can and will power the future.
Well, what if you
Solar
live in
power
a really
technology
cloudy
has become more
place?
popular and affordable than ever, but we're still burning fuel to cook. It's time to upgrade your kitchen with the GoSun Fusion.
Huh.
More than a solar oven,
Look at
the
that.
Fusion stands on its own as a complete cooking solution. It's portable, yet large enough to feed a family, and can even cook with the sun at night thanks to an integrated electric heating element.
I'm kind of interested in that.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
There you go. Ask David for that for your anniversary. There you go.
If we can ever figure out which one it
It's
is.
not.
But,
It cannot possibly cook with solar power.
huh.
It's not
Seems
big
like an
enough.
expensive toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, and you're speaking to somebody who once got, what was that thing? The blue egg?
Okay.
Oh
Carolyn?
yeah, the green egg.
The green egg.
Green egg. I remember that
Yeah,
time.
I gave
we tried to
mine
do-
away.
Yeah. I remember that time we tried to make Thanksgiving turkey in your green egg.
We ended up putting it in the oven.
It didn't go well.
No, it did not. I think I used it once more after that.
But I do know that Colorado Bob had that whole solar oven that he built and created and was actually cooking food for the neighborhood on.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. And I think the problem he ran into it is like he could bake in it, but you didn't quite get the crisp of a regular oven.
Right.
Oh, listen, now Jean McMonagle, she knows something about. Here's somebody who knows something about what we're talking about. There are many less expensive or do-it-yourself options for a solar. Well, that's what we're saying about.
Yeah, just put it on the pavement.
Yeah,
you almost need to. Guys, you know, this is the year I think all of his websites are going to disappear off of Google.
Oh. Why?
Well, after 2 years, if they're inactive, they close accounts.
Oh. Well, you know, for Sean Holton's, I worked with his family, had me kind of take over, making sure that doesn't happen with his. We should be able to figure out that with Colorado Bob's. Let's go see, because you know,
they ought to have a feature where you could say, I want to preserve this.
Yeah.
You know, and they may have. I don't know. I know. I have lost a couple of accounts just simply because I didn't realize what I had, that I was losing them. They notified me, and I couldn't figure out what they were talking about. That I created when we were doing fundraising for the neighborhood. Just I think a YouTube account. Yeah. So I lost a video that we made for one of our fundraisers.
Yeah, because you know I've keep his over here on the, you know, on our under trail mixers on our menu on the front page of trail mix. I keep under trail mixers here. I've got trail mixers on the web, and I got Colorado Bob's here. Yeah, and it's still there. There. Let's see. I'll share that instead. Yeah, here's his site. Here's his site here.
Yeah, the blue corn one is. I go back, and it's kind of a little like your video the other day. It brings back some fond memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I did try. I actually grew that blue. You know, he sent us all seeds, and I grew them on our back deck, and they got tall, but they never produced any corn. But they were tall and big and healthy, but they never produced anything.
Mine didn't get very tall as far as corn goes.
And I have.
Oh, hey, Blue.
Hi, Blue.
Uh-huh.
Well, she was here. She's one of those iPhone people. You don't
I'm here.
know it. Oh, there you go.
Did it produce?
Mine never
produce, Jack?
I got some peppers out of my garden yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't plant bell. I don't plant anything I can easily buy in the store. So I don't bother with jalapenos or bell peppers.
Well, that makes a lot of
sense.
But
bell peppers are pricey though. They're like $1.
They really are. You know,
I
am amazed.
I want the spicy, the jalapeno roast. Not jalapeno roast. The Italian roasters is what, or some version of that, and they grow fairly long. They'll grow like 6-8 inches long.
Oh, like Calabrian peppers.
Yeah. But and they're sweet. They're sweet peppers, and they're really good in salads and stuff.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna be rolling out.
Get your hummus and slice them up and use them to dip in your hummus.
I'm gonna roll out my my newest Lazy Man Cooks video this afternoon over on Lazy Man Cooks channel. This is my shrimp boil.
You know, I have never been good at cooking shrimp. So I go somewhere else, and I was looking at that and going, well, I might try that.
Yeah, you know what? I used to resist it too. And you look here at the end of this video is you'll see just how incredibly easy it actually is. And first of all, I get frozen. There's nothing wrong with frozen shrimp nowadays. I mean, the flash freezing technology is so there it is right there.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
10 minutes
out here in the middle of the country. All of our
for 6 hours. Yeah. So here's where I put the shrimp in, and I don't peel them or anything because you really don't want to peel shrimp when you're cooking them in in broth or something like that.
Yeah.
So they keep their flavor. So look, this is all you do right here. Right here it is. After 6 hours in the slow cooker, unpeeled shrimp for 10 minutes. That's it.
just warm them up, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's always my problem. I think with shrimp is I tend to treat them like they're beef, and I end up with those little chewy bits of shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Extra well done.
That was my. And now then you can get fancy and grill them and do different things. But that's the simplest way to get. That's the best way to get started with shrimp. Is just boil up some broth, some vegetable broth, whatever kind of broth, and then just throw them in there for 10 minutes, and you're done.
The thing is, we sit there and worry about the world and stuff, but we live in a pretty marvelous world. I bought a big old tuna steak the other day, and I have been cooking it and having out of fresh tuna. Well, it was probably frozen at one time, but by the time I got it, it was fresh. but I've been enjoying it, and that's something that when I was growing up, you could not have got at the store.
No, the only fresh thing that we had at the store was oysters on Christmas Eve.
Well, tomorrow is World Ocean Day.
Is it?
World Ocean Day.
So that means eat your seafood?
No, it means we're destroying it, and we better look around about trying to fix it.
What now with tuna? I guess they have a. I know with Japan, I was reading something, and I don't know if it extends worldwide, of course, but they actually have a fishing season for tuna, and after they catch so many pounds of tuna, they cut off the season, and I guess they caught their limit real quick this year because it was a short season.
And the other problem is the dolphins getting entangled in the tuna nets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought about you, Jamie. I saved this the other day. Is Barbara Streisand? She posted about the whale. You've been talking about the whales.
Yeah.
So Barbara's on the case now. So we'll get that fixed.
The gray whales going down to Baja and into the Sea of Cortez. Yeah, they're losing as many calves to starvation as are surviving. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So that's a disruption. That's a disruption somewhere of the food chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, mankind.
Yeah.
I used to get 30-cent walk away.
Polar bears. Huh?
I used to get 30-cent walk away cocktails and a little cup in Monterey and San Francisco Wharf, and now they're like $10 for a little cup of shrimp or crab meat cocktail.
Man.
Yeah.
What I do is I look for frozen shrimp when it's on sale. Whole Foods, Whole Foods. One tip on buying shrimp I have learned that does make a difference is to look for the ingredients and make sure when it says ingredients, it just says one word: shrimp.
Yeah.
Because if it says a bunch of other chemicals you never heard of, that's a bunch of crap that you don't want. I forget why, but anyway, and it's more expensive. And then also you want to get the bigger ones. But anyway, sometimes they're on sale. I mean, these I just had in the boil. I got several weeks ago on sale at half price at Whole Foods, and of course they're frozen to begin with, and you just put them in your freezer. I think you want to eat them within maybe 3 months, but still, with flash freezing technology, frozen frozen seafood is just fine. I mean, you can
we get the Jimmy Buffett frozen shrimp.
He's got those pink shrimp. The pink shrimp, is that? I think that's the one he does.
Yeah, we get. Our son loves the shrimp scampi. Is his favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Talking
is.
about Jimmy Buffett reminded me, my best way I know to find good fresh seafood is to fly into Miami and drive toward Key West.
There you go.
And just stop anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
They sell it everywhere.
In Key West, every little restaurant we stopped at had really great fresh fish.
Give me the grouper. I love the grouper the best.
Yeah,
that's my favorite fish. Well, I take redfish also, but I do love grouper. Yeah. Have you gotten any? Have y'all had any fish lately, Carolyn? Because your man is a great fisherman. Yeah,
we have fish all the time.
Oh God, you all can't believe it. I mean, he's got a boat. He catches it himself. He's a fantastic cook, and you're living it. You're living it, Carolyn. That's what.
And I don't have to do anything.
So when are you going to invite us all over?
Yeah. Maybe that we've been talking about having a reunion. Let's go down there. Let's go down there.
That'd be quite the trip.
Yeah.
I think October would be a great time to do DC.
Yeah, I'm all for it. We got Trail Mix International Headquarters right here, ready for a party.
I was pricing airfares and hotels.
Oh, were you really? Good for you.
About it, yeah.
Well, now there's a couple hotels right here next to headquarters. There's a bed and breakfast next door called Swan House, and then across the street there's a pretty well priced place. Now I'm forgetting the name of it, but anyway, there's hotels all around.
Yeah, but I was looking at the Courtyard Marriott right at Reagan National. And just take the blues right into DC.
Yeah.
Well, that was what, when Sherry and I were planning to come and celebrate Hillary Clinton's victory, I did the planning and stuff, but yeah, we were planning on we were going to go cheap with a suburban hotel, and then something close to the rail line, and it was like, you all got great urban transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a I don't know if I could try to think if it was a Hilton Garden Inn or something maybe that I stayed at, and it was right by DuPont Circle, right by there's a subway station there, and there was a farmer's market outside, and it was perfect.
Well, and Bruce Springsteen's got out at Meriwether Post Pavilion. They got something going on. You looked it up, didn't you, Jamie?
I think it was on October 3rd.
Yeah, it's like a rally for the midterm elections. And that pavilion, that Post Pavilion, they've got cheaper. If you sit on the grass, it's pretty cheap for concert. If you want to sit on the grass.
I found Colorado Bob's solar oven with instructions. I'll put it up on the website.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Well, it was he played with that for over a year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Tinkering with it.
Yeah.
I used to follow this hobo on YouTube, and he charged his phone with a little solar pad, but he could charge his phone quicker with this little propeller, about a 2-inch propeller. When he was riding in the train cars, he would just stick it out to the wind, and that wind power would charge his phone faster than solar power.
Wow.
That's something. Residential wind power is something people aren't really thinking about.
Well, there is a company actually that has little tiny turbines, and they don't look like big tall turbines. They're pretty short, and it's like a big flat curved panel inside. I'll try to find a picture of one, and it so it takes wind. It gears up faster.
Hey, are your cemeteries all lit up at night like they are around here from solar storage things, and at night the cemeteries are all lit up like daylight.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Not
don't know if I've
here.
noticed that.
They are here. I mean, you drive past cemetery here, and it's almost all the graves have these solar light things on them, just like the stop signs do. You know, they collect the sun, and then at night the stop signs blink with orange, red lights around them. They got a solar panel right there on the stop sign post.
You know, something else going on in October in DC is because we already got tickets for it. Is the Kathy Griffin concert has a concert.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Do you call them concerts? Anyway, she's doing a stand up.
Is that going to be on TV?
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so. It's I forget now what theater it's
Where's
in.
it at?
It's in DC. It's in the theater downtown. I don't remember which theater it is, but we actually
she's great. I'd love to see that.
That's another thing that would be going on. But now this here is I'm going to end up with my world premiere of my next Echoes of America video, because today, June 7th, 250 years ago today, Richard Henry Lee presented his motion for independence in the Continental Congress, which is what actually started the legal mechanism for what became the Declaration. I really view the Declaration of Independence as the marketing piece of what Richard Henry Lee actually began on June 7th when he proposed the independence. Anyway, so
I think it's interesting that they sat down and said, we have to write the king a letter and tell him why we're doing this.
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't send the message with a rifle.
Yeah, that's what the Declaration of Independence ended. It was the particulars, the Bill of Particulars that they laid out. Yeah, but here with this motion, 250 years ago today, Richard Henry Lee is he's one of the Lees of Virginia. He was related to Robert E. Lee. But anyway, I don't know if you can see his hand there. He kept his hand wrapped in this black silk handkerchief because he shot off. Actually, this picture I had AI make is not accurate because it's showing his fingers. He only had one finger left. Anyway, he was hunting swan in the Potomac River, and his shotgun misfired and blew 4 of his fingers off. And then he turned it into kind of a dramatic thing, and he kept it wrapped in black silk handkerchief and would wave. He was considered one of the great orators of his time, and so he would wrap his hand in that handkerchief and wave it around in a very dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing like a drunken hunting party with
right.
The elites, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Man. Well, you know, I think the world is way more interesting when you understand the truth.
Absolutely.
With the myth.
I had an editor one time at the newspaper. His line was, he'd say, "The truth is never boring."
Yeah.
That's why we like it. It's not boring. It sells newspapers. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's every community has the equivalent of the Florida man, so you can always find a good story.
Yeah.
That's what gets me with now that most of our media is owned by national organizations, is they'll go to Florida and find crazies to put on the local story. When, you know, all they have to do, one of the TV stations is about 3 blocks from me, and I guarantee all they have to do is walk out their front door.
Yeah.
And they can find somebody. It's not hard. And we're down here in the Ozarks, so they should be, instead of finding some crazy down in Florida, all they have to do is just go out there in the country. Ask around.
Anybody got any unfinished business? We're going to go back to June 7th, 1776.
Happy heavenly birthday, Prince, and happy heavenly birthday.
Oh, we had the Prince celebration on earlier. Katie got that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn, always good to see Carolyn.
And you know, it's kind of interesting. We've had some interesting commenters over here in the comment section today.
And we got a newbie. Hopefully, we got Gene McMonagle. We'll be looking for you over there on trailmix.cc. Sounds like you've gotten yourself all set up. So we'll be looking to play with you over there. We love to have new folks come in and chat with us. And as you can see, we talk about anything.
Yeah, like Pedro Pascal and Juicy Lucy's, and
I mean, we don't have to know what we're talking about, but we talk about it anyway.
All right, I'm off to nap. All
right,
see you all later.
All right, Carolyn, good to see you. Good to see you.
Y'all take care.
Bye bye.
Here's June 7th, 1776. Welcome to Echoes of America, our road to independence 250th. History books love the July 4th fireworks, but the actual heavy lifting for American independence happened exactly 250 years ago today, behind locked doors. They had to keep it a strict secret because under British law, what they were doing wasn't just politics, it was high treason, punishable by the hangman's noose. If word got out before they were ready, they were all dead men. On June 7, 1776, Virginia Delegate Richard Henry Lee stands up in Congress, gesturing with a mangled hand from a hunting accident wrapped up in a black silk handkerchief. He doesn't ask permission. He drops the official breakup notice on the King of England, declaring that these colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states. John Adams seconds the motion. That was the legal muscle that actually broke us away. Thomas Jefferson's famous declaration was just the marketing brochure, written up later to explain why. July 4th gets the parades, but June 7th, that's the day they actually risked their necks and got it done. The road to independence wasn't a parade, it was a rolling panic attack. Hit subscribe as we track every brutal day between now and July 4th on the Echoes of America.